A very good morning to you. How are you doing? Karibu sana to your world this morning. Our conversation started on the very high love note. If you know Judy Bocha, then you know what we're talking about. Her music was just beautiful and soulful, and probably we'll get to understand. Nani anajua Judy Bocha na mbona hawamjui? Na wale wanamjua, where did this story come from? We are having that kind of morning in studio today. My name is Mikali Mary, and we have an amazing show lined up for you. I hope you are excited. As it is Tuesday, then you know we're talking matters the heart. Relationships, mapenzi, matunduriru. And today, hey, we're talking about that stage. That stage where we all call talking stage. What is that stage? What exactly happens there? What are we talking about? And if you've seen our topic, the topic today is the talking stage, the new heartbreak zone. Hapo ndio tunagustiana. Is the talking stage the new heartbreak zone? And we are asking if it's exclusive or confusing. How can we define the talking stage? What is it? How long should we talk? All of that put together. And I have an amazing audience and panel. Just before I introduce them to you, the question we're asking you today is, what's the longest talking stage you've ever been in and how did it end? What's the longest talking stage you've ever been in and how did it end? Did it end in premium tears? Did it end up in a relationship? Ama you're still waiting? Uko kwa talking stage, bado unangojea feedback. Let us know. NTV Kenya on all of our social media platforms. Also indulge us on our WhatsApp line. Our phone call line is also open. You feel free to call us. Now, let me introduce my panel to you. Power panel. Watuambei talking stage nini. Starting from my immediate left, we have counseling psychologist Lydia Karimi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Mikali.
Lovely to have you. Umesema Judy Bocha unamjua tuanzie tu hapo.
Simjui. I'm even wondering who is this.
Good. Right next to Lydia, we have youth mentor Bernard Warui. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Umesema wewe na Judy Bocha mnajuana.
Tumetembea safari.
Amekusaidia kwa hii safari.
Sana. Wakati hauna mapoints,
unarusha wimbo.
Fall back to Judy
Bocha. And right next to Bernard, we have Miriam Mwangi, who is a relationship coach. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Judy Bocha?
Kabisa.
Unamjua?
Talking stage will last too long. Unaenda kutafuta kutuliza roho bana, my friend.
And last but not least, we have youth mentor Carol Mwende. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Judy Bocha umesema ni story ni angoa.
Angoa those.
Yeah, karibuni sana. Lovely to have you on the show today. We're talking about the talking stage. And we throw this word around, but sometimes we misuse this space. We overuse it. We rename it other things just because we've been talking for 2 weeks and you've been telling me good night, we're in a relationship. How do we know or define what a talking stage is? What is it?
Thank you. I think when I heard that we're going to talk about the talking stage, It was quite, what would I say? It gave me some dopamine.
Ooh.
You know, some energy of some sort. Why? Personally, I never got to have a talking stage.
Umesema hii ni research yenye unatupigia leo.
So personally, as in my personal level, because how I dated all the way to marriage is a very different, I took a different direction compared to what the talking stage today is.
Okay.
The talking stage now from a marriage, the relationship view, is that stage whereby you're exploring. You get to meet somebody. After meeting them, you get to check, are we compatible? Can we become something? What are we? Who are you? Getting to understand each other's values, getting to understand each other's chemistry between the two of you, you know?
Yes.
And nowadays, it is different from friendship. Because like for me, with my husband, we were friends for a long period of time. And then afterwards, we graduated to dating, right? Now, the friendship and talking stage today is very different, okay? And at the talking stage, based on I've had a lot of interaction with people whereby you're realizing for some people, they have defined the roles. They've decided, you know, we are just talking, we are checking who we are we compatible, as I said? But for some, it is, we are talking, heading to dating. So there is no stopping. All right, we are moving. It is a continuous process. But in my opinion, before somebody gets to the talking stage, you need to have understood who you are and what you want as an individual, so that you can be able to define the boundaries you want to create or put in place when you're getting into this stage.
Yeah.
When you do not know who you are, when you do not understand your desires and the plan that you are, the game plan, then how do you define, we are going to talk up to this stage, we're not going to have sex during this stage, we are going to, we are not going to talk about children and all that. It's about me and you. Then now at the dating, that's where now we already committed and now decide to talk about the future. So the talking stage is a very short stage, knowing one another to make a decision whether to start dating or not.
Hey, emphasis on short. Yeah? Yes. Bernard, you interact with the youth quite a bit.
Yes.
Wanasema talking stage ni nini yao?
Yeah, so actually when the poster came and I shared it, I have my firstborn daughter is at the university, and she shared with her friends, and she wrote to me and told me, my friends are saying that breakup at the talking stage is worse than a divorce. Of course, I don't know how they know how they
don't know about the divorce.
Yeah,
it must be painful.
They feel it's worse. And what came to my mind is the intensity of involvement that comes within that talking stage. And I would compare it to maybe an airplane when it is on the running way, and also when it is taking off. That there is a lot of energy. These people are talking every minute. You know, like it's at the talking stage where you'll find young people, they just met yesterday, but they are chatting a whole day. They are chatting through the night. They are meeting every evening. You know, there is a lot of hopes and a lot of expectations, but the challenge is that they do not know each other at this particular moment. And so what they have within their minds is an expectation of how good this person is. They have seen them and hopes have been lifted, and therefore the intensity of their involvement then makes them, if they're either ghosted, you know, this person has been speaking to you like, you have been chatting the whole day. Before you sleep, you are on a call from, you know, 9 p.m. to midnight. And then all of a sudden, the person is not talking to you. It feels like you have just been dropped. It feels like, you know, everything has been shattered. And the reason why it gets shattered more than maybe when they already are in a relationship is because you do not know this person well. And therefore, the only thoughts and that you have about this person is that he is such a good person and such a hope for me for the future. But you know, when you've worked with a person for 2-3 years and you've learned them, sometimes you get to a point and you're like, I'm the one opting out. But now you don't know the person. You just saw them. They are giving their best. You're giving your best, but you've not spent enough time to know that even if I lost him, he didn't seem so good. So if this person leaves at this particular moment, then I think it really hurts.
It does, because I mean, there's the excitement that comes with someone new, someone, I'm exploring you, you're exploring me, we are talking. You've seen those videos of people talking when they are hanging on top of doors. Phone call aishi, usiku asubuhi tunaongea tu. Ukinivunja roho hatapo saizo mimi itakuwa mbaya. But talking stage, what is it to you, Miriam?
It's many things. One, kupimana nguvu, like what Lydia said. We're getting to see, are you my thing? Are you not my thing? So according to what Bernard had said, what gets crazy about talking stage and why it can get so toxic sometimes is depending on how you see yourself, like Lydia said, how you see yourself, how you view love, and how you view yourself in that space of love. That's why it gets so bad. That's why the breakup gets so bad. You know why? Because you have seen yourself now being wanted by someone.
My life is nothing without you.
You've seen yourself being needed by someone. If you felt like you are unseen, all of a sudden now you're seen. Wow, this person is introducing prospects in my life. This person is making me feel valuable. This person is making me feel worthy. And that's what hurts afterwards, because you're asking yourself the questions, why was I not worthy? Was I not valuable? Was I not beautiful enough? In fact, you'll even go and now start talking to see who is he talking to who is more beautiful than me, because you're already feeling so badly about yourself. That's what affects the talking stage. And I want to complicate your life a little bit by introducing a term that we use in counseling and also in the relationship world that speaks about talking stage. It's called limerence. Limerence. Limerence is it's this thing of ideation. You're imagining, you've already, like Bernard said, you don't know this person. So all you have is the imagination. You're working with the imagination and the creativity. So you're sitting there imagining what life is going to be like with this person. You're sitting there imagining seeing yourself with him, being kissed by him or her. You know, like your imagination has done the work for you. It's gone ahead of you. It's taken you ahead to a point where you have seen a future with this person. That's what makes the heartbreak for talking stage painful. Because of the imagination. You have already gone ahead of what you're doing right now. Because talking stage is nothing but negotiation. You're just negotiating. It's like when you're going to buy a car. You've seen the car. You've liked the color. You've liked, you know, what it feels like to sit on those leather seats. You know, but you're still not yet convinced that you're buying the car. So you're still taking it on you take it on a road test. You're like, okay, I like the way it moves. I like the way it peaks. I like, you know, the way I feel in it, but I'm not sure. Then now you go into asking more questions. What's the consumption? What's the power of the engine? You know, what will it offer me? When I go to places kuna matope, ni four-wheel, itanitoa. So you in mind, you know, I need a car that is a four-wheel because of my terrain. You know what I mean? So that's the negotiating phase. So after you've seen all those things is when you decide, I think I'm going to settle on this car. Now you've decided you're going to settle on the car. There's the dance push. So can I buy it for, how much can I buy it for? Can I, you know? But by the time you're buying that car, you've already seen yourself in that car. You've already seen how you're going to use that car. How it's going to feel like on the road. How you're going to look driving. So by the time you're buying something, you've seen yourself in that thing. It's the same thing with the talking stage. Now, once you talk, you've negotiated and you've seen, I like, you know, I think this is my person, I've seen what I want. Ndio mnaingia sasa dating. Dating. So dating is where munaongea sasa more. Then after dating now is when you're in courtship. Courtship mmesha decide, my friend ni wewe, na ni wewe, you've narrowed it down. So talking stage is come and see. You know, it's not even come and see. Let's talk so we can come and see. Because dating is the come and see. So that's what I would say.
Talking stage may pitia my audience. Mko happy. Carol, you also deal with the youth quite a bit. Kuna wenye wamesema it's more heartbreaking than the divorce. I don't know what it is that you probably what they've had, they've seen, but it's the feeling they feel. But how would you describe this stage?
I guess the young people know about divorce through ChatGPT. Well, we're in an AI world, so I think I'll give an example. I'm an interior stylist and a designer. One of my biggest, my initial heartbreaks in that field was I got a client who I was like, now this is it. This is it. I'm going to do this work. But I didn't know this client is just scoping for stylists and designers. So for me, I sang like a bird. You know, this is how much, this is my rate card, this is it. This guy calling, this guy is not picking up. I'm like, wait, what? But wasn't I professional enough? But I didn't realize this guy was in the market he was looking for designers. So for me, I didn't know that, I didn't have that knowledge to know that, I mean, a client can come and talk to this designer, talk to this one, and then he gets to decide who he's going to work with. So for me, that was, I mean, the heartbreak came after. But we talked, but we had a good meeting, but I was very professional. I had my PowerPoint presentation. But you have to go into the talking stage knowing that it's an open space, right? So don't put all your eggs in the talking stage, because as I say, the heartbreak there, because you've already started investing. There's an emotional dopamine that comes with the talking stage. But if, as she said, if you also don't know yourself, if you just meet the first guy, he's already making you laugh, you're already chatting day and night. What is it that you're looking for? Is it a replacement of the other person? Is it a rebound? Is it do you know yourself enough to know that you're ready for another relationship? You're ready to go into something else. So talking stage is, I mean, it's like eggshells. Just step. Don't step, just step.
Yeah. So the thing that I'm getting is that it's important for you to know yourself.
Yes.
And to know what it is that you want.
Yes.
Do we feel, and I see we just have guys over here, the ladies are going to join us in a bit, but I'd like for you guys to tell me, because you're the ones hunting these chicks. Sasa wenye ndio mnawakatia, alafu mdema anakuja. Pengine yeye ndio ana decide kama anataka kuwa kwa hiyo talking stage or not. Wewe pengine ulikushachagua. But is talking stage a real stage for you guys? And do you consider it as that? Or do you just jump in? As long as I saw you and I liked you, then I am dating you. So you let me know after the break. Naona Faraji akona jibu anasema microphone. Nipe microphone, shikilia hiyo jibu. We'll look at it after the break. But the question that we're asking you today is, what's the longest talking stage you've ever been in and how did it end? What's the longest talking stage you've ever been in and how did it end? NTV Kenya on all of our social media platforms. Let us know. Kama heartbreakiwa. For Caro, it was professional. I don't know, yako iko pande gani. As an actor, we get to those, you get in and then you're not in. So we're sort of like hardcore when it comes to that. But we're taking a very short break. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back. Wait, this I hope it translates on air. There was a whole 3-minute show. Quick, chap, araka. On the conversation that we're having today, we're talking about talking stage and really what happens in that stage. Is it a real stage? Is it not a real stage? Does it matter? Is it only the talking stage if you're the one who's being hunted and you're not the one interested from the beginning? What does it mean and how long should it last? And just before the break, we had a question. Before we get to you, Faraji, let's take a look at the question of the day today. The question we're asking you is, what is the longest talking stage you've ever been in and how did it end? What's the longest talking stage you've ever been in and how did it end? NTV Kenya on all of our social media platforms. Before the break, I just asked our audience, and now I can see it's full house. The ladies are in. We just had the guys in. And the question that I'd asked the guys is it a talking stage to you when you're the one looking for them? Or ukishamchagua sasa umeshaingia dating yeye ndio ana talk peke yake? What's happening there? Faraji.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Faraj. So during the talking stage, a lady has attracted you. So unaanza kumpima tu polepole mkiongea naye. So in that relationship unaweza jua huyu mtu tunaweza vibe.
Okay.
As we continue in that period of talking stage, unapata most of us huwa tunaficha tabia, yeye anaficha tabia. So at the end of the day, when you come to realize that this person, we are compatible,
yes,
then unajua ukifanyia huyu mtu mistake fulani, then the way she react,
yes,
unajua tunaweza vibe. Then when you wrong to this person,
yes,
then you apologize, then unaona tu reaction. Unajua hapa is a no-go zone. So okay. So talking stage is a very important stage. Yeah.
Okay. So you recognize it as a stage.
Yeah, because I was heartbroken during that
talking stage.
Yes.
Sasa ndio show imeanza. Kulienda aje Faraj? Who heartbroke you? Ama wewe ndio ulivunjana roho?
Maybe she's watching.
No, this is us. We are studying.
So
it's a safe space.
So during that talking stage,
yes,
we talked around 3 months.
Okay.
Then tukaenda date mahali. But sasa unapata the first date and the second date, when she comes, unapata simu yake iko silent, hataki kupick my calls, then nikajua hapa I cannot accept such things.
Yeah.
But after some time she came on, akaniambia ilikuwa hivi na hivi, nikamwambia no, we don't work like that.
Na ukakafungia hapo.
Kakafungia hapo.
Au kukua heartbroken, ulikuwa protected. Something interesting, we'll just come back to you in a bit. But Lydia, you were asking a question, a very pertinent one. Where's the room for friendship when it comes to these dating stages, into getting into a relationship or marriage and all of that? And you're asking, tunongea, you're talking friendship iko wapi? And I was like, I don't know. Maybe unataka ikue wapi? Ni wapi unaiona mali inafaa kukua?
Weekly, I feel like I'm getting personal with you. I feel like I'm getting personal.
Yes.
And this is the reason I am getting personal. Yeah. It seems like we are in a season or in times where we become so antisocial that we have no social things to do together. You see, like going to church and doing church things, being in school and connecting while in school, doing social activities and, communal activities, whereby in the process you get to meet this person, you see how they react in the moments of pressure, you see how they communicate, maybe working with the people that are below their, what do I call them, maybe their social classes. Yes. Maybe mtu ataongelesha vibaya. When we are busy doing things out here, I remember during our days we would do a lot of camping, a lot of maybe going out for coffees together with a group coffees, not even individual coffees. Okay. So in the process, you'd be able to tell, this person, you would tell how their behaviors were. You'd tell this one would be a good, they are disciplined in a type of way, And then in the process, you grow a friendship. Okay. In the process, as you're growing this friendship, you're not growing a friendship with an intention to make this person your partner. Okay. And as long as I'm not having that intention to have this person as my partner, then why should I feel bad when they don't call me or when they don't text me or when they, there are no expectations, all right? Okay. Until we get to a point where now we are dating, we are defining, now we are in a relationship, we're in a dating relationship. I'll expect calls, I'll expect maybe when you go out for date, you buy coffee, at that point, at the dating stage, there is some form of definition. Yes. But if we decided to build a friendship first, there are no strings attached. There are no expectations. There is no emotional attachment because all of us are free. Okay. But as I said, we are an antisocial team nowadays. Yes. We are always on social media. We are on our phones. We are on, we are checking a website. We are on podcasts and all that. So when do we have time to connect with people? And therefore, this has activated the need for the talking stage. Because now someone who is going to reach out on Facebook, hi, when in Mrembo, hey, thank you, and then before you know it, you don't know whether this person is in Kisumu or is in US or wherever they are. You're already now on talking stage. Yes. Online talking stage, right? And at that point, we expect this person to call you. The dopamine, the excitement that this person is giving you, some, some energy, and before you know it, your mind, your spirit, your cognition, everything is completely poured into this person. Yes. So when they hurt you deeply. Okay. They hurt you deeply. But had you self-preserved, had you allowed yourself to, just know people without any strings attached, then that would be much better. Now, there's something one of us has said, that sometimes you know so well that you want a relationship. Yes. This is my goal, 2026. Yes. I need to get into a relationship.
A vision board.
Because a vision board. Yes. All right? What do I need to do? And I think having a relationship as a goal then also activates the need to, every man that comes your way or every girl that comes your way is a potential. So you're very hyper vigilant, trying to check. Can this be
tick boxes?
Huyu anakaa anaweza, Well, and there's nothing wrong with having a relationship as part of the goals. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you fed yourself so well, if your self-worth is, you're doing very well, you're busy with your career, you're building yourself as a person, you're building your purpose, you're working on growing financially as an individual, you're satisfied with you being alone, then you'll not struggle with over-attaching at the talking stage or at any stage of a relationship, because internally you are satisfied with the person you are.
Okay.
And note this, as people are growing, even in marriages, in relationships, we are growing, okay? We are developing. At some point, that person may stop being attractive to you. So if there is nothing that is anchoring you as an individual, when that person changes, when their values change, when their intentions change, what happens to you? You'll be so broken.
Yeah.
All right? Yeah. So my emphasis is, could we grow some friendship? Yeah. Could we, okay, or even if we are getting into this talking stage, can we look at us, can we take care of ourselves, you know, so that we are well, you know, fed, we are fully, you know, okay with the people we are, and so we can be able to pour ourselves to other people.
Interesting. My youth mentors, is it true that we replaced that? Because I remember growing up, we'd have those things, we'd have camps, we'd have you'd be in social settings that allow you to see someone and, you know, like someone in those social setups. But what's happening now?
Yeah, I think the advent of the social media has really broken the social settings that we have. That we had moments of meeting together, we had moments of feeling like I want to belong in a social group, right? Yeah. If I go to the university, the first place I want to be, it's in the Christian Union. In the Christian Union, we'll do things together. We'll go to the services together. We'll go for outing together. And so when that is broken, then it leaves the young people to now shift how I want to relate with people. Whereas when these things are happening, it's the hearts that relate. That I've walked with you, I've seen how you behave, and we have grown a friendship, and our hearts have been connected, is now replaced with where a young person decides what kind of a person do I want to have. I want this tall guy, I want this, you know, dark guy. I want this guy who is driving, you know, this kind of a car. I want this guy who is doing this kind of a... And so if even on social media, I am able to see that a certain person seems to be ticking my list, and he seems to be having this, the way he talks. So you start relating with him even before you meet him. So you've not met, you've never talked, but in your mind, you're already in a relationship with this person. And so your wish now, and it can be either way. It can be the guy, it can be the lady. So here you have a lady who have seen a man. They have looked at how this guy looks, how he carries himself, how he dresses, how they seem, their social class seems to be. And so in her mind, they're already in a relationship. Then as she fantasizes and thinks about how good this guy would be, the guy somehow, because she also is getting into his circle, seems to also advance towards her. This guy says hi. This guy seems to show some kindness to her. You already were in a relationship with him even before you met him. Now the guy has come. You feel like you're in another world. And then this guy has, so you're like, this is it. It has happened. He is mine. And then before you go further, so he starts talking to you, he starts chatting with you, wishing you good night, may ask even for a coffee date here and there, may talk to your friend about you. Then all of a sudden, he seems now to be drawing away. So you desired he comes, he came. Now he has started seemingly drawing away. And you start feeling like you're losing him. And so all the fantasies you had already traveled in your mind to the future and seen yourselves together, then now starts fading away. And so this is a heartbreak. And you see, like we are saying, this talking stage, we are not in a relationship. If we are dating, it's easy for us to sit down and say, this and this is not working. So in this talking stage, some places do not touch. You don't go there. So you really don't want to ask questions that will make you look entitled to a relationship. But at the same time, you feel like he's not doing the right thing. And then all of a sudden he drifts away and your heart is broken.
It's confusing.
So this is driven by the things that you ticked. It's not driven that your heart's connected. And so even when he came into your circle, your heart's never connected. So at the end of the day, your heart broken by something that actually was never there.
Ulikuwa unaita limerence. Ndio hiyo kabisa. You get so absorbed in it. So it's delulu to consider exclusivity during the talking stage.
Exactly,
Tumesikia hiyo.
And unfortunately, Mwikali, let me add, I know he said it's for both men and women, but I have mostly seen it in women.
Yeah.
It's us who, when a guy says, depending on how we feel about ourselves, depending on our attachment style, and depending on the traumas we've been through as a lady, we are the ones who, when a guy will say hi, he says hi 5 times. That's a relationship. In fact, he's marrying me.
Yes.
We are going to the altar. I'm looking for a wedding dress 5 times.
Yeah.
And that's because of limerence. You have, actually, women are the ones who mostly suffer from that limerence, where you have actually just seen the shell of this person, and that's all. You remain there. No matter how crazy this guy gets, you'll be validating. Alifanya hivyo kwa sababu ya nini? Si yeye. See, unajua, imagine, because you've already, like Bernard has said, imagined him in this relationship, imagined how the relationship will be. So reality does not matter. And let me tell you the worst thing about limerence, it can last for years. It can last for years. This is the kind of infatuation that is beyond infatuation. I don't even know what to call it. Because infatuation, mostly give it 3 months to 6 months, it will end. This one can take you 8 years. People are getting married on limerence. You're in a relationship, but you're on 2 different relationships. Dancing 2 different dances. I saw someone just yesterday, she was complaining, they got married, and in her mind, they were mightily in love. She knew they were in love, walked down the aisle, got married. So she was asking a question. How is it that we get married and within 6 months, we've broken up? They're on their way to a divorce. She was in limerence. The guy was in reality. It's like, I think it reached a point, he's like, I can't break her heart. She's so head over heels. Let me just marry her. Maybe it will work when we're in marriage. Then he gets in the marriage. And she's still in limerence. She's still obsessed with this guy. He's still my prince in a shining armor. Him, he's seen the reality and he's like, we're not working. We're not compatible. I have tried, I've married her so I couldn't break her heart, but I can't continue. And he steps and he goes away. And the chick is, but we were so in love. We were so perfect for each other. So that's what limerence is. And unfortunately, many talking stages are there. You know, like Carol said earlier, the release of dopamine, the release of serotonin, you know, that thing of the matundirulu, you call it, you know, you're just there feeling the high, like, oh my gosh, it feels so good to be loved, it feels so good to be wanted. But guess what? Those are your traumas talking. You know, you've been longing so much to be loved because somewhere in your life there was some brokenness, there was some rejection, there was abandonment, there was isolation, and all of a sudden comes this promising thing of someone who finally sees you. Maybe you felt you were not cute enough, you were never good enough with a group of friends, and then all of a sudden,
he's calling you
this
princess.
guy, the star of the ring, the star of the basketball team in college, has just seen you.
Imagine.
He's even said a hi. And another one, correlationship. You know, and it's happened all of us. To be honest, like it's happened to me. You know, and you're like, you know, you're like, he can't be saying hi just for the sake of saying hi. Now maybe, like Lydia is saying, maybe you're good in math, mnaweza kaa chini, umfundishe something or something. Him is not seeing a relationship or she's not seeing a relationship, but you, because of your traumas, you've already nosedived. You're deep sea fishing.
That's so true. The thing is, with the story that you even told earlier, there's one person who's probably in this relationship feeling more than the other. We are not always on the same, like exactly. We could all be in love, but the levels are sort of like different. But then, how then do you figure out that maybe I'm just stringing this girl along? Or how do I figure out that, oh, jamana is string along too? Mimi ndio ninamlike zaidi na tuko kwa talking stage. How do you figure that out, if at all you are able to see it at that point?
Dealing with the young people. This is a popcorn generation.
Microwave.
Let's do this. Nimekulike unanilike, so tunalikeana, so let's do this. Like there's no, just the way we used to do kitambo. Well, we're not that old also. We're not that old. But kitambo, again, this stage is mattered. But now these guys, you get into campus. I don't know if you saw that post that a mother had posted her daughter going to campus, and then someone had written there the mother getting excited, the daughter is coming to campus, but sisi tunangoja kumpatia mimba ya kwanza. Like, this generation is, you guys are quite something. I fear you guys with all my heart. But there's a girl I was working with, and she was like, me, I'm dating the cutest guy in the campus. Yeah. I'm like, that's your hapo ndio umefika, like the cutest guy. First alinionyesha the cutest guy, I'm like, okay. Okay, you're cute, by cute, well, to each his own. Yeah. And that is what she went with. And it's that thing. He came, he said hi, but then he's with other chicks, he's with other girls. Yeah. But she's familiar there because this is the guy, this is a popular guy in school. Yeah. So, I mean, how can you not notice me? When we go somewhere, he's with me today. But even if tomorrow he's with someone else, today he was with me. Bruh. So, I mean, there's something obvious. You guys need, and there's the importance of us mentors with these young people. But there's an entitlement, there's a ujuaji they have, that when you talk to them now, they're like, unatuambia nini? Me, I have 3 chicks who are lining up. They're lining. Yeah,
so go on to the chicks then.
Yes.
Yeah. Go on to them.
Yes.
You asked a very you asked a very important question. Do you know? Yeah. Do they know?
Yes.
Yeah. They know they're stringing you along.
Even you know.
You're being strung along.
Yes, even you know. But the thing is, what's keeping you there is the imagination.
Limerence.
The limerence. Umejiona. Let me tell you, we've all been victims of that, where you're actually hoping beyond hope that this person will love you, quote unquote, as much as you love them, because limerence is not love. Even you think you love them and you don't. Yeah. You're obsessed with the idea of loving them, of being in a relationship with them. So you can see, you can see you're the one who's always leaning in, reaching out more, calling more. Yeah. When that single text he sends in a span of 7 days, that one, you will sit with it. Uisome in between the lines. Useme nai and mahalime kwa kukwa na full stop. So it meant, So you're reading this has a deeper meaning. I think he was trying to tell me he loves me. I think he's going to propose soon. Like, you're reading even commas, like everything. You study that text, everything, the syntax, everything of that text, because that's all you have. That's your hope. But umeona ukweli, your text imeka 7 days kufika. Maybe hata umejiambia, he must have sent it on Friday, vile kulikuwa na nini, na backlog ya messages, ikafika the next Friday. Yani so you see it, lakini, my friend, mpaka yani uchapo kiboko yo ya heartbreak hivi na it's worse than divorce. After your heartbreak ndio mtu anasemanga. Wow. Na by the way, sikwa, ni vile niliachwa kitambo, by the way, niliachwa kitambo.
Yes, we have about a minute to go to break. Maybe you can chime in before we go.
I'd love to add on what we are talking about, and especially to respond on how do you know that this person is actually
stringing you along.
Yeah. I love the way Miriam says, you actually know it. You know it, and how you know it is, you know there's a comparison based on your beliefs, based on your stand, what you stand for, okay, and who you are. And being a psychologist, one of the things that I'd love to really put emphasis on is that we need emotional healing. We need healing. We are so broken. We have been affected by traumas. As Miriam said, there's a lot of abandonment issues, a lot of father wounds, a lot of mother wounds. We are trying to cover up. We are trying to mask the void, the brokenness inside of us. And as long as you're in that position, you cannot make the right decision for yourself.
Okay.
So if we can all make therapy and healing we can normalize it and find healing before getting into any relationship, I can assure you, you will know this does not align with my values. This is my identity as a person. My self-worth is, has a stand, and I cannot self-abandon myself and go for something that does not work for me.
Hey. Maukweli basi leo. You knew you were being strung along. You felt it. But then tumefunzwa jina moja leo, limerence. Google it kama ilikupita, lakini tutairudia mara kadhaa kwa hii show. The question we are asking you today on the conversation we are having is pretty straightforward. We are asking you, what's the longest talking stage you've ever been in and how did it end? What's the longest talking stage you've ever been in and how did it end? Did it end in premium tiers? Did it end in we're in a relationship? How did it end? NTV Kenya on all of our social media platforms. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to Your World Relationship Tuesday. I'm telling you, the show is going on. Nuku, we have a wedding coming up soon, courtesy of our audience. We have a licensed pastor. Tunangoja acha nisiwaanike. Ningoje nini mtuambie officially. But the question we are asking you today on the question of the day is pretty simple. We're asking you, what's the longest talking stage you've ever been in and how did it end? What's the longest talking stage you've ever been in and how did it end? Nikiangalia pale Facebook, Dennis Kulei says 7 months with hopes and eventually I realized she's pregnant. Na venye nilikuwa nimejitoa vyote, it ended up in shock.
Who's pregnant?
Pregnancy.
At sidhani kama ni yake. Wana talk to. I think it was a proper talking stage. He labda millennials wajibu. Gen Z, 1 hour is enough. If things ain't giving, you give up.
You go.
Ni kweli?
Yep.
Ni 1 hour?
Yeah.
Hata mtaipatia wiki. Sisi tunasema hapa tunacheza na months, kama millennials watacheza na months, kaa 3. Ninyi ni wiki? 1 hour? Hey. We are saying 2 months. Mimi Shah Elbagon Prince Mwangi says 4 hours. Ai, Mr. ni kama hawa ni talking stage wanatuambia hapa 18 minutes surely.
Hiyo ni interview.
Ni interview. That is what is happening. Okay, you had a question as well as ukituambia what was happening. You have a mic? You can start with your name.
Yes, good morning. I'm Marcellus Ojambo. And I feel like, as Mikali was saying, interviews, I think, those nafanyika nowadays. We are living in a very confused generation, to say so. Kwa sababu, people, number one, mtu, wanaume sahi tumekuja na ile strategy ya kama unanitaka, unajua. Like, nikikuuza unanitaka. If you don't want me, hunitaki. Ukinikataa ni hivyo. Like, hakuna kujituma.
But nakutaka aje na nini hata.
Like, do you love me? Umeniona, like, you know, as you said, you are living in a generation where people are judging based on the first sight.
Yes.
Na mtu ako na zile boxes anatika. Sasa ukiniona na kukaa. Like, unani-like. If you don't like me, songa mbele.
Okay.
If you like me, tusonge nao sasa ndo tuingie kwa mambo mengi. Then we are also in a generation where people confuse courtesy or kindness for dating. And I think imeongelewa mara kadhaa. Mtu umemwambia tu, maybe umempeleka ka out kidogo, mtu mmeongea, ameona unamzungumzia vizuri ama umempa nafasi ya mbele mahali. That guy,
he's the gentleman.
Being a gentleman. Unaelewa? Amefanya, na unajua wanaume pia, we know where to touch nowadays. Tunajua kushika roho. Unajua tu, once I do something hivi, atajua mimi ni gentleman.
Yes.
Once you're a gentleman, ushapita
mtihani ya kwanza.
But mimi kama pia mmoja wa wale washai heartbreakiwa in talking stage.
Yes.
I think I heard somebody saying lower your expectation, but I think once you go through that, any relationship you get into or you get yourself into, it must be there must be some objective.
Okay.
Mbona nataka relationship? What am I looking for?
Yes.
And as Lydia said, I think I'll concur with her. Mimi, I think after the heartbreak and so, I feel like the next time I feel like I need to get into a relationship, I'm looking at my social circle. Kwa sababu we are very antisocial nowadays. I have many of my friends or acquaintances, mtu kazi ziko online, wanasomea online, like hakuna kukutana na events pia ni kidogo. So mimi najiambia, mtu ambaye kiurafiki tunazungumza na ni my social circle, tutaanzia hapo.
Very nice.
Yes.
Asante sana.
Hello, I'm mwanaharakati J Habuba. So mi kuna story ilinihapenia. Kuna mrembo tulidate naye Facebook 5 months.
Hebu simama mwanaharakati. Naomba usimame. Hapo.
Mwanaharakati J Habuba. So kuna mrembo nilidate naye 5 months Facebook.
Unamaanisha aje?
Tulikutana.
Ngoja. Tulikutana Facebook na tukadate for 5 months kwa hiyo Facebook.
5 months Facebook tukiongea.
Hamjaonana hivi?
Hatujaongea.
Okay, ni vizuri tujue hiyo
So, alikuwa Naivasha, mimi nilikuwa Nairobi. Tukaamua kuchoose place yenye nyingine kwa kila mtu. Nikamwambia mimi ni mwanaharakati. Siwezi kuja place yako. So fanya aje tukutane Nakuru. So nikamtumia nauli, hakukula fare, akakuja. So mimi nikapanga kutoka hapa Nairobi, nikachukua gari nikaenda huko. Sasa the moment tulifika huko, sasa ilikuwa ni usiku, siwezi rudi. Tukabuku room.
Hello.
Sasa tukabuku room, tukakaa. Sasa shida ilitokea sehemu katika maongezi. Mimi naitwa Habuba, kaniita Kevo na kuanga handsome.
Hello.
Sasa
hello.
Hiyo ndio sehemu nilijifikiria, nikasema kwani aujuangi jina langu naitwa Habuba? Akasema nimekosea, Kevo ni bro. So what I did what I did juu mimi nimemtumia fare, nimechukua time, nimeenda huko na naniita Kevo, na Kevo najua si brother yake. Jo alikuwa ameniambia kuna boy mmoja na wako mademu wawili na si jina hilo. So nikafeel tu ni kama ni insult, yani ameniwestia time. Kitu nilifanya, nilimuongezea fare ya kurudi na nikamwekea pia do ya breakfast na nikabuku gari hiyo time, nikarudi Nairobi usiku. By then nilifika saa 8. So kitu hili ni heartbreak until now. So sometime na feel nikiona jamaa anaitwa bro na kuna mdemu wake anamuita, wana mhurumia sana.
Kwa sababu hebu niulize, unaweza keti Bernard, hii kujuana social media hii. Hii ni talking stage ya ukweli yenye tunaongea kwa mitandao. Tunaweza ita talking stage ya ukweli?
I don't think tunaweza ita talking stage, and my recommendation would be that come to reality as soon as possible. It's okay, people can meet anywhere. I've seen people who've met on bus stages, I've seen people who've met in weddings, people who've met on social media. But you can't build a relationship where you met. Like if you met in a bus station, at bus station, you cannot build your relationship at bus station.
No.
If you met in a matatu, if you feel now there's something that is coming up, then you have to exit that place where you met and get into a real world. So for me, and my advice would be very careful in terms of how much of yourself do you let out at whatever stage. It has to be very progressive. But if I meet you on IG, or I meet you on Facebook, or I meet you on any other platform, then if I feel we need to take this to another level, or if I feel I just want to know you, and it's not only in relationships. Like we've said, I'm a pastor. There are times when I also meet a pastor friend on Facebook, and we feel like we have something in common. I'm looking at what he's doing on his social media. He's seeing what I'm doing on social media. We should not engage so much on social media. If really we want to connect, let us now leave and come and meet in a hotel, have coffee, have a conversation, or meet in another place and get to know one another. So talking stage on social media, because some of the profile pictures that people put on social media, it's not them. So you don't want to take a talking stage of 5 months like he did, and then you meet the person and they are complete opposites. Or you might even be talking to a fellow man. It's possible.
That's so true. That is so true. That is so true.
So exit the scene. As soon as, if you feel there's something, please get into the real world.
Okay, okay. Anybody else wants to add on to that before I get another question? Want to swali? Hi, sawa.
Ni Jenny.
Ni aje. Poa.
Kwa jina ni Nick kutoka Thika. Tukikuja kwa love, kuna kinye lady amesema like kuna serious relationship and jokes relationship. Najua inamaanisha nini? Unapatana na mtu online like umeanza kuchat. Story imengoa. Baadaye unakuja kupata lady ni mdogo kukuliko, like unapata ni
eka microphone hapa tukusikie poa.
Like unapata ni underage. Unapata msichana like ni body tu. Body ndio inakudanganya. So we come back and unaona hii story ya media like relationship ni hard sana kuwa na mtu serious. Na ukipata mtu wako serious, si like say generation tuko ya vijana. Wezi pata like wewe ndio unapenda lady. Lady ni ana kupenda.
Umesema si ndio tunawatafuta saizi?
Sasa ni lady anataka boy.
Ati ukweli?
Serious? Serious baby. Sasa generation tuko. Lady ni ana kukatia, si wewe unamkatia. Unapata ule lady yeye anakukatia kwa sometimes uko na sifa, sometimes vile una dress, unaona? Lakini for those hiyo kitu yote mwisho yake ni yeye si ni pushing time. Pushing time.
Na kuwestia tu time.
Anangojea
the right person.
Alafu unapata boy asha fall in love, unaona? Dem alikuwa jokes, boy asha fall in love. Kidogo kufuata familia, dem ni mdogo. So unaona umewestiwa time.
Umewestiwa time. So tutafanyaje basi to now Miriam kwa hiyo whatever he's talked about. What do we do then if you find yourself that wewe ndio umefall in love kuliko huyo mwingine? Do you opt out now because you feel what you feel? We're in the talking stage and you're hoping it's going to go further. But ukiangalia mse mwingine unaona, yes, si mbaya sana, lakini hajafika probably level nimefika.
I think honesty from both sides. Yeah, talking. You can find yourself strung around in a relationship for years because say they may not be in love with you, but there's something they're getting from you. You know, they're getting assurance, they're getting companionship, they're getting support that they know they cannot get anywhere else. And so they keep you there knowing that uyu simse na mari, ama simse nataka life na yeye, but I like what I'm getting from her or him right now, so let me keep them there. So you on the other hand, you're feeling it. You're feeling it. And if you're in a situation where you keep asking the person or even asking yourself, what are we? My friend, you're single. You're single. If you're in a situation where you're asking to call, define. Even you, the relationship has not been defined, and so you're in limbo. And especially for ladies, let me speak for ladies. Our number one need as a lady is security. I've said that before. Security, emotional security, financial security, physical security, emotional, everything. We want to feel secure. So if you as a lady are asking that question, what are we? Then you're not secure. And it drives you crazy because you're trying to get that answer ndio ujiandae vizuri kwa hiyo space. Niko kwa space yangu nikae ama nikae nisimame kama Israelites nikule kama nimesimama. Like what are we? You know, because hauwezi kaa place hauko secure. So ukikaa chini alafu uambiwe my friend umekalia kiti ya mwenyewe. What will you do? So I think the thing is, let's, in this talking stage, if you find yourself in a talking stage that has gone beyond 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, you're heading to dating. You're heading to dating. So you have to ask yourself before you now invest all your emotional well-being there. You have to talk. Wewe ni wewe unaona fall in love kabisa na umse. Ongea tu, mwambie by the way my friend, me I'm in love with you. I've started to like you, kuna vile naona na kulike naona I can actually see myself with you. Niaje, do you feel the same? It's a very brave thing to do because you're facing rejection. But you would rather be rejected in those 3 weeks than being rejected 5 months down the line, like mwanaharakati. You know, the chick knew. Yeah. And let me tell you another thing, dudes. Let me tell you, like you nikumbusha jina Marcellus says something very important.
Yeah.
You know, a woman knows.
Yeah.
Like he said, unajua tu haunitaki vile tu umeniona, but bado una ni string along because maybe kuna kakitu unataka. A woman knows when huyu ni mse tunaweza kuwa na yeye ama tuwezi kuwa na yeye.
Yeah.
You see, so if she's staying for something. Yeah. Maybe backup. Hataki kuwa peke yake, so amekuweka hapo kama backup.
Yeah.
And you're not asking, am I the guy you're with? Am I the one you want to be? I mean, are we together?
Yes.
So those are questions, very important questions to ask initially from the beginning. You know, ask, mwambie, talk, say, I'm in love with you.
Yeah.
I like you.
Yeah.
Are we going somewhere?
Yeah.
And you're told no, but at least it's 3 weeks. You can go cry. Tears are 3 weeks, mingi kama za 6 months. Utalia na utapona. Imagine 6 months umeingia unajua uko relationship. Let me give an example. Me, I was in this thing. I don't want to call it a relationship. What I should be saying to. It's not even a situationship. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
So, yani umeona yenyewe this person, I've already seen a future, eh? You know, I'm a good cook. Let me just brag. So nimempikia vitu exotic nini nampelekea mpaka machakula. Way to a man's heart is his stomach. Nimepika chakula bana, eh? Me, I'm thinking, see, I'm cooking for my man, my friend, my man. Nilikuwa napikia hewa. There was nothing. You know, and you've invested, you've gone, given time, given your heart, cooked recipes nini. And then all of a sudden, unasikia mtu anakaa kuambia, hey mazee, hii friendship Lydia anaongea, friendship is dangerous. One person is in a friendship, another one is in a relationship. Platonic relationships are dangerous. So you're there, you've cooked, you know you're in a relationship. Mtu anakaa kuambia, hey, there's a chick I saw. So you're his friend.
Oh my God.
My friend umeshibisha naume alafu anakaa, there's a chick I saw. Mazee, si unipatie, what do I do? That time you're like, wait, what?
You brace yourself, unajieka.
Na sayo because hautaki kukaa shame on me, unampatia tips za kumkatia ndio utoke uende ukalilie na uko. You know, so it's so important to usijitume, like talk. By the time we're here as relationship coach, ni experience, my friend. Umepigwa lada mpaka unajua. Like so it's like talk, my friend. Ask.
Yes.
Do you feel the same way? I feel this way about you. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah.
Are we going the same direction?
Yeah.
And if you feel the same way, where are we going? Is it a relationship? Is it for future? Is it something casual?
Yeah.
There's someone who just enters a relationship casual. Even this, as much as he said women know what they want, even men when akikuja kukatia, amejua uyu ni sex.
Yes.
Tutamalizana, nisonge, yes. Still in that talking stage. So they know. Everybody knows exactly why they're entering that relationship. So I can't emphasize it enough. Talk. Talking stage.
Yes,
Ongeeni, ulizeni the pertinent questions. You know. Yeah.
That's interesting. From the what is it called? From the feedback on WhatsApp, on Facebook, and something that you said earlier about this generation being popcorn na venye unawaogopa. Would you say there's also a fear of commitment? So they'd rather move from one talking stage to another. Mebo, sasa tusonge. Nimesonga. Could that be one of the things?
Yes, and because they're young, they have the liberty of being young.
Yeah.
Being young, you don't have. There's no what is it called? There's no defining as such. They're young people. I mean, something new is attractive to them. I mean, just like a child. When you bring this toy, they're like, oh my God. And then after a few days, they want to go to the other one, right?
Yes.
So I think for me, at this young age, be friends with everyone, you know? Don't string people along. You're still young. You have no business being in a committed. Okay, this is my opinion. This is my opinion. When you're young, go, have friends, right? And then when you get older, then you know what it is that you want. When you're in school, concentrate in school because that's where you're supposed to be at, right? Do your studies. when you're young, please be free. Don't put yourself in commitments that even us older people, we bado tuna struggle, right? Yeah, so when you're young, just be free, be with everyone. Don't string people along. Don't go hurting chicks along the way. And don't go hurting guys along the way, right? I think kids. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so with being young, don't define things. Be in that talking stage for as long as it takes until you're mature enough to know this is what I want in a chick. For now, campus guys is I want to be seen with this guy at a certain gig, at a certain event. Those are just
to say that I have a guy.
Or just to say
I have a boyfriend. I'm not the odd one.
It's sort of a flex for them right now. This pretty chick is my chick. There's nothing. It's neither here nor there. Right? Yeah. So for me, my advice for young people is don't. What is it called? Don't specialize. Yes. Yeah. Right now, as you're young, be with everyone. Not dating. Not being a serial dater. Yeah. And please, not dating for 5 months and then booking rooms. But it's that's not booking rooms.
The peer pressure is real. The peer pressure is real, especially in environments where the young ones are there.
First. Develop yourself first. Okay. And then from there, you will know what it is that you want. Right now, when you're young, you don't even know what career you want to. You're like, okay, maybe kwa daktari, hey, looks good. But kuna pia kwa pilot. As in, there's everything on your table. But grow yourself. Grow yourself. Know who you are first before you start getting into someone else's life.
Okay.
Yes. I just want to add something small to what she said. Actually, it's true. It's actually scientific. Your frontal cortex, the one that helps you think maturely, forms from the age of 25 completely. Yes. So if you have chosen someone at the age of 21 and maybe you got married early, by the time you're uko 25, 26, 27, unaona, I made the wrong choice. This is not the person who was meant to take me the same way. But at 25, you're able to completely, fully reason. Yes. Meaning you're able to do not trial and error. You're able to analyze and say, natoa, but before that you're not. It's just it's the dopamine and the serotonin that's talking for you. Okay. It's the feelings. But after 25, for most people, I don't want to say everyone, for most people you can reason. You can reason it out. So it's actually scientific.
All right. Yeah. We have
and I think for me I would really summarize it in a very simple way. That if you're not ready to marry, then why are you getting into a romantic relationship? And even coming from the place,
exactly.
And even coming from a place where, because for this romantic relationship, where is it going? So you're still staying in your father's house. They're paying your school fees. They're the ones giving you fare to and from school if you are, or they have paid your hostel and everything. So really, if you're not ready to settle with this person, and you can see you still have 10 or 7 years to go, honestly, for how long are you going to continue trying to suppress and remain? And some of us who are believers also believe no sex before marriage. So you've gotten into this romantic relationship and you're not ready to marry, then where are you going? You're going to leave so many casualties on the way. So for me, if you're not ready to marry, don't get into a romantic relationship. And don't, because when you get into a romantic relationship, you've crossed up your circle. Like Lydia was saying, have friends. Go out for camps. Go out for, if you want to go out for whatever, if you want to go out for coffee or whatever, have groups. Work together. At the end of the day, when you're ready, you will know. We've been in this group, 10 of us, and I know out of the 10, this is the only person that we can live with. And you'll get into a very successful marriage.
Okay, yes, Lydia.
I think I love all this. I love where we are going.
Yes.
This is really exciting. I feel it's important that everyone identifies why they have the pressure to get into a relationship. Okay. Where is this need coming from to desire to get into a relationship? The moment you identify where the need is coming from, then you ask yourself, if the need is for validation, then you come to me and I'll tell you, you can actually validate yourself. If your need is to build a family, I'll ask you, what do you know about a family? What do you know about the responsibilities of relationships? Because relationship is not just the feeling. It's not just the dopamine and the excitement and the, there is responsibility. It comes to responsibility, okay? So how much do you know about a relationship? Do you feel, as Bernard is saying, do you have the capacity to actually build a relationship? You become a father. You are a man, okay? We will expect direction. We will expect leadership. Are you in that position, right? You're going to become a father. You need to direct your children. You need to pay fees and feed and take care of a woman. Do you have that capacity, okay? If the need you have is to prove to the society, or you see, we're in Christmas, so as we are going home, yes, all right. So the issue is societal pressure. That is what is pushing you to want to get into a relationship. Now we find ways to address the societal pressure. Okay, so let us handle one need at a time. So that by the time you're making a decision to get into a relationship, and now you're getting into talking stage, dating, commitment, already you know where you are going. We start handling things from the end, all right? Like our Father in heaven who knows the end from the beginning, right? And I think something that's very important that we need to bring up is we need to be spiritually sound. Okay. We cannot talk about a human being when we can't remove the part of the body, of the soul, and of the spirit. These things work hand in hand. Yes. When the body is okay, the soul is not okay, and the spirit is okay, still you're not fine. Yes. If the soul and the body are fine, the soul is about your emotions, it's about your thoughts, your feelings, your willpower and motivation. If the body and the soul are fine, but spiritually you're struggling, you have no identity, you have no idea who you are as a human being. Where did I come from? Yes. Who am I? Why am I here on earth? What's my purpose? All right? If you've not identified yourself and your spiritual intuition is not right, you'll not be able to define, is this right? Is this the right person for me? Is this the wrong person for me? So let us be all-rounded, so that we can be able to make right decisions of our lives.
Great. Tunachukua maswali baada ya break. Tunachukua maswali baada ya break. But the question we're asking you today is, what's the longest talking stage you've ever been in and how did it end? What's the longest talking stage you've ever been in and how did it end? NTV Kenya and all of our social media platforms, our WhatsApp line is also open. Please do indulge us on that talking stage. Ulikuwa una talk peke yako. Do we declare that we are in the talking stage? Hi, would you like to get into the talking stage with me? What happens? Or do you just start talking? What defines that we've gotten into the talking stage and we've all agreed that we are in the talking stage? We just have 30 more minutes when we come back. Don't go too far. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Your World Tuesday edition. We are talking matters relationship, and the conversation today is around the talking stage and how it's the new heartbreak zone, the expectations therein, the confusion, the mixed signals, all of that. Kuna watu wanapikiana talking stage, kuna watu 5 months after Facebook wako Nakuru wamechukua kanyumba. As in, kuna vitu mingi zina happen huku katikati. And we need to understand what is it. And like I asked, do we need to announce it? Do we need to say we are talking now? No. No, tuongee tu? Okay, just checking. Just tuko na swali pale nyuma.
Okay, habari zenu nyote. Baba mchungaji, shikamoo.
Marahaba.
Okay, yamkini kulingana na mada ambayo inaendelea iko na uzito wake na upekee wake. Kwa majina anaitwa Mtetezi Mwafrika, mimi ni mwanaharakati, mimi ni msanii. Okay, ni vyema kuzungumza kabla hujaingia kwa mahusiano na mwenzako. Sababu zipo za kutosha. Lakini baba mchungaji na swali. Ndoa siku hizi imekuwa kama tu kanisa kwa sababu pretending ni wengi. Yaani uongo ndio umekuwa mwingi kuliko ukweli. Na tatizo la hii generation ya leo, wanapenda uongo sana kuliko ukweli. Huo ndio ukweli, tuwekane wazi, hakuna kufichana.
Kane wazi.
Sawa. Hapo kinachomata ni kwamba kuna wanandoa ambao wamekaa kwa ndoa miaka hata 20-50. Kuna mtu anaoana leo lakini baada ya mwezi mmoja teke, mangumi kila siku na mabuti. Sasa swali, tumedate ndio, tumeongea katika muda wote miezi 6. Tukaingia ikafikia wakati tukafunga ndoa. Lakini baada ya miezi 3 ndoa ikafa. Sababu ni nini? Okay, sababu ya kwanza mimi ningependa kusema kwamba wengi wetu ni kule kutojielewa. Kwanza kinachokupasa ujiulize, ndio unaingia kwenye mahusiano. Unaingia kwa mahusiano kwa sababu gani? Kipi ambacho kimekuchochea? Chemchemi gani ambayo imekuingia? Ama ushawishi gani? Kwa nini umeingia kwenye mahusiano? Usiingie kwenye mahusiano kutumia mtu vibaya, kwa sababu mwisho wa siku ni majuto kwa yule ambaye utamtumia vibaya alafu muache kwenye mataa. Inakuwa si poa.
Okay.
Kwa hiyo ningependa kwanza ukweli. Ambia mtu ukweli. Bora nikwambie ukweli unichukie, lakini nimekuambia ukweli.
Sawa.
Ukweli ni kwamba mimi nakupenda. Je, wewe unanipenda?
Hello.
Unanipenda jinsi nilivyo? Okay, unaingia kwenye mahusiano. Utakubali kuitwa baba? Utawajibikia majukumu ya kuwa baba? Mtoto wangu akiugua ama mimi nikiugua utanipeleka hospitali ama ndio utanikimbia uniache kwenye nyumba? Kwa hiyo ukweli ndio kitu kinachomata hapo.
Sawa sawa.
Unaona jamani?
Nimeona.
Yeah. Kwa hiyo asanteni.
Asante. Bwana mchungaji. Baba mchungaji. Baba mchungaji, kanisa ana ninizi ana madokezeo yake. Kidogo una ya kuchangia.
Yeah, I think there are a few things that I would like to say, and of course the first place is where I would want to point at us as parents.
Yes.
In terms of two things. One is what are we training our children as they grow up to believe and see marriage as? Because I believe we have a duty. The second one is, are we role modeling? So that if, like I've said, my daughter now, in a few years, could be getting into marriage, have I taught her and inculcated in her the value of marriage and what marriage ought to be?
Yeah.
And have I, been a role model to her, me and the mom, so that as from the point where she is choosing who to get into the marriage with and how to get in there, she has a clear picture of what it ought to be. Because I believe the family setting ought to be a role model in terms of how the children ought to get in. Now, getting even into the church, as a church, are we preparing our people? That when I look at that boy in church who is 5 years, 6 years, am I only seeing this young naive boy, or am I seeing 20, 30 years to come, a husband to someone? And am I preparing them for that? And I think most young people are getting to the stage of getting married, but nobody took time to prepare them.
Okay.
And that is where even we as mentors come in. Because what happens is that there are children who are coming from families where they have not been taught, families where they are not role modeling. How can we come in and support that aspect so that by the time this person is getting to marry and get married, they have a clear picture of what marriage ought to be. And so they get in, number one, with realistic expectations, but they also get in carefully. They know what they're doing.
Yes.
They don't just get in and realize I've got into a place I never wanted to come. Yeah. I found things I never expected. I found responsibilities that I was not willing to take up. And therefore I'm exiting. So I think preparation. Okay. And we must take it upon ourselves. But I also think marriages and relationships that are failing have more airtime than marriages and relationships that are working. And I believe we need to shout and speak. And marriage is not easy. Yeah. It does not mean that it's a walk in the park, but it's working. I'm in my 20th year of marriage. Yeah. And I must say, thank you very much. These 20 years, I can't say have been easy, but I believe if marriage is done the way God designed it, and it is done to pursue the purpose for which God designed it, it is possible for it to work and be maintained and remain until when, by God's doing, either one person goes to heaven and the other one remains, or Jesus comes back and we all go to heaven, for those of us who believe in his coming back. Yes. So it's important for us to ask ourselves, are we speaking out?
Yes.
Are we just leaving our young people to experience failing relationships, failing marriages? Because those ones don't need to be broadcasted.
Yeah.
And it's actually, sorry to say, that most of the breakages that are nasty and bad are with people who are prominent in society. People who, if it happens, it has to be seen.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen people putting out statements about their break, about how their relationships have gone, and then after the statement is out, everybody wants to justify themselves. So a person comes out and says, this is what happened. Another one comes out and says, this is what happened. That is what our young people are experiencing. But can I, as Waroe, who have been in a marriage 20 years and is looking forward for another 50, 60 years, can I come out and say it works?
Yeah.
Can I have couples I've seen who have been in marriage for 50 years. Can we create avenues for them to come out and let our young people know that marriage actually works and can be successful? Personally, I've taken a step. I've written a book on it.
Yes.
I've written a book on our story of marriage, telling the younger generation it's possible if you do it right and do it God's way.
Absolutely. Wow. Yes, we have another question.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Okay. This is Mcheshi Kananu Catherine. Na kabla niendelee mimi nimekasirika. Nimekasirishwa na kitu.
Kwa nini?
Ambacho Nicholas alisema hapa ya kwamba siku hizi wasichana ndio eti wanawatongoza wanaume ndio wanaanza kwanza kutongoza. Alipoulizwa kivipi ati kukwambia labda umeng'ara, labda umenyolewa vizuri, labda haimaanishi ya kwamba nakutongoza ninapokuambia hivyo. Compliments are general. I can compliment you, but it does not mean that I am enticing you or I am doing that you are thinking about.
Yes.
Nimekasirika. I will not agree with you. So what I can say is talking stage, as a matter of fact, a lot of things can end. She called it a thing, no relationship, friendship, whatever. It can start there, it may end there, and at the same time, it can start there, continue well, like health talks, health conversations, health communication. It may start from friendship, relationship, to courtship, to marriage, to a healthy family, talking. But dear ladies, dear men, please, if it is not defined, stop calling it a relationship. As a matter of fact, men, you are very notorious. Because you called me and I came and you are talking, you go saying, I am dating her. Hey, she is my girl. Mama. I am dating her. We just met. It's just talking. We have not even defined anything. Yeah. And now you go around telling people that I'm dating this girl. And somebody will tell, but she refused my... And you are like, okay. You are the one who has been accepted. And there's nothing. It's just talking, and it's just something that is not even, okay, I cannot say it's not heading anywhere. We may never know, because from talking it might end up to something. But if it's not defined, let us remain as friends. Let us just talk about normal things. In case it was meant to be, it will be. You will be together. You will get married, you will have a happy family, but stop saying that you are dating this person, you have not even defined. Maybe you do not even know her second name, and you are saying you are dating this person. No. We just need to get serious. And then another thing, let us not also conclude that when somebody maybe has approached you for it's just a general help. You are a guy, I am a lady. Maybe you approach me and maybe there's something you wanted me to help you with. And because I offered, maybe I'm very supportive, I'm very generous, I will offer to help you. But now you had another intention. Through this, you wanted something. And now you take my help and my generosity and my all that. You take advantage of that and you start saying that this is the girl I want and this girl is mine. Simply because I just helped. Nothing. It's just the help. I mean, I just attended to maybe whatever the need was. But this person has concluded. Apart from the help, there was something else that this person had. It's not good. Let us be real. Let us define. Let us have healthy, mature talk. Thank you.
Hey, Pole. Kuna mpale ameongea before.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Lucy. My question is, during a stage ya dating, it is good kumuuliza mtu, tuseme kumkosoa mtu kitu ambacho amekifanya akikufurahishi, ama sometimes unakuta mtu anashindwa kuuliza umenikosea hapa, So unaona kwamba ukimwambia makosa yake hivi na hivi, sipendelei hivi, una feel like nampenda sana, sistahili kuuliza swali kama hilo. Okay. So it is good kumkosoa. Question number 2. Ni vizuri mwenzako tuseme already ama man kuinvest kwa mtu ambaye mnaendelea kudate naye, unaona kwamba ukweli huyu tuenda naye mbali. Ni vizuri uweze kuinvest naye before muweze kuoana naye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good questions. Miriam?
Lucy, yes, it is important when you're dating someone, mtu akikukosea, you tell them. Because how will they know that nimemkosea, si ataendelea kufanya hiyo kitu, and you'll continue getting angry. In fact, most of the relationships, why relationship end up having issues is because of communication barrier. Someone is doing something to you that you don't like, but you keep it because unasema, I don't want to step on their toes. Guess what happens when you keep it? Bitterness is festering. And when bitterness festers, the next thing that happens is quiet resentment.
Okay.
Then when quiet resentment festers, the next thing that now comes out is explosiveness. That's why you find someone who one partner has been thinking they're in a good relationship, and then all of a sudden the partner comes and says, I want a divorce. And the guy is like, hey, what happened? Like, what happened? It's because of that festering bitterness. So it is always good, even in the dating stage, tell this person, this is what you've done, and it made me feel. Don't tell them. Most of the time, the mistake comes from attacking someone. You always do this. You always do this. Talk about that one issue. You did this, and it made me feel this way. If they overreact and it's just dating, you're in the dating stage. In fact, that's the come we see. That's exactly why you need to tell them what's wrong. If they overreact, in that dating stage is where you're supposed to see, will I accept this? Can I live with this kind of volatility? Can I live with this person who explodes when I correct them?
Yeah.
Can I live with a person who, when I tell them something, they don't change, they continue to do the same thing? That is the space where you're coming to see. And for you to say because unampenda sana unasikia hawezi mwambia, that's the same thing Lydia was saying. Get to know yourself. Why am I in this relationship? Because if you're in a relationship to be validated, if you're in a relationship to be made to feel good, to feel accepted, then that's why you will never say anything so that you don't shake the cradle. Hautaki kuachwa. Juu nikiachwa, I mean, how will I survive? I need this person to make me feel like I'm wanted and welcomed. About investing, maybe call me old school, but I don't see why I don't see why someone needs to be investing in me before ownership, like major investing. Someone can help you, you can go out, but if you're expecting this person, if you're dating akununulie gari, I think there's a problem there. It's okay if you care about someone, unaona amekwama mahali useme, I'm helping my loved one, namkwamua. But for you to expect major investments from this person and they've not married you, anything, that is why you find it is so hard to come out of a relationship, because you're feeling indebted to this person. They are being evil to you, they are being punitive towards you, but you feel so indebted. After what he has done, I can't come out. After what she has done, I can't come out. So how much what we should be asking is how much investment is okay and how much of it is not okay. Because if you're going to be in a place that makes you feel obligated to stay just because of what this person is doing in your life, then I think it's wrong. And if you're in a relationship and you're expecting this person to, I've come into this relationship and I expect this person to invest in my life, ask yourself again, why did I first enter this relationship? If it was a transaction, then let them invest. But if it was a love relationship that you're saying you're building together, you're building towards something together, then build towards that. Mukiingia sasa mtaongea about bigger investments. That's my belief. I feel too much investment ties a person in. You feel indebted to stay. Like, sana mwacha after. You remember the story of the lady and it's so bad I'm bringing this up because it's such a sad story. The lady who was killed in Eldoret University. Yeah. The guy felt, I've just invested, so he felt entitled to her. Yeah. I have done this much for this girl, and she dares step out of the relationship and even have another relationship. How dare she, after what I have done? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. He's saying he's investing towards their future. Yeah. But so long as you've not married someone, trust me, if a person doesn't have their ring and a better person comes, they will go. Yeah. I know of a lady who was engaged to someone. Yeah. And the engagement was long-standing. They were even talking marriage. Of course, when you're engaged, you're talking marriage. But then someone else came. Someone who made her feel more alive. Someone who made her feel more seen, more listened to. You know, she left that long-standing engagement and within a few months got married to this other guy. Now, this one who was a fiancé and probably felt like he had invested in her, if at all he had invested. See, that's a person who's just going to wake up in the morning. He's not a murderer, but ataamka tu asubuhi aseme, hii namaliza, aje sasa. I've done this, and then she's in the hands of another man after I've educated her, after I've done. I think we really need to be careful about how transactional we make relationships, because they become binding even if it's not meant to be binding.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. I think on the same, regarding the investment before getting married, I'll be of the opinion that you don't go that direction. Okay. Because as Miriam said, ownership is very important. And also having things like certification. You know, when you're married to somebody, even if you are to look at the legal matters of the relationship and the legal matters of the investment, at least you're safe. But if you started putting monies together, you started investing in things together, and then somewhere before getting married, the relationship breaks. So how are you protected? How are your investments and your finances, how are they protected? So it's very important to allow yourself to go all the way. Be patient. See, be patient all the way to the wedding. Or if it's not a wedding, legalize your relationship. Once you legalize your relationship, now you can start putting things together.
Absolutely. Okay, so I think that answers you. Okay, great. We have less than 5 minutes to come to the end of the show, and I just want to probably, now that we've talked about all of these things, I'd like us to define properly what I'm walking into this walking stage. What are the characteristics of what it looks like, what it should look like, especially the healthy kind? Carol.
As a trauma coach, seek healing first before you start seeking for talking stage, dating stage, whatever. Seek healing first. If you came from a dysfunctional family, for example, seek what is the functional way of a family. Because this, as we're talking about talking stage, dating, it should essentially end up in marriage, right? Except you just want to do every Tom, Dick, and Harry. But that essentially should lead up in marriage. If you realize self-actualization, self-awareness, if you realize, coming from a trauma coach, you came from a dysfunctional family, seek healing first before you project and you bring all this pain and trauma into someone else's life. Because even in this talking stage, what are you talking? What are you looking for? What are your checkpoints, right? If you came from, maybe let's say it's a guy, and you came from a background where your dad would hit your mom, or maybe not even hitting your mom, like emotional abuse. Yeah. That is what you're going to go into psychologically. That is what you're going to go into. Like, you're like, okay, this chick, I've told her to push her chair like this. She's like, no. And then it starts from there, from ab initio, from there. So for me, what I'd advise is, before you even get into a place of you're seeking, talking stage, you even want to pursue someone, yourself first. Heal first, and then now you can get to the stage of looking for someone, talking stage, and like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Miriam?
I would say a talking stage is healthy for me, because it's the only way you're talking to know the person. What I would say is just let it happen organically. Talk as organically as possible, like Lydia was saying, as friends. You're getting to know each other. Then it's from there you decide, from what I have heard and from what we've discussed, are we moving on to dating? And in that space of talking, the most important thing is self-awareness. you know, am I in this because like we're saying, I want to be validated, I want to feel accepted, I want to be loved, or am I in this because I really do feel I'm authentically ready for a relationship, and I want to get to know people? Because if we don't talk, how else are you going to know people? Mungu hatatuangushia mtu kutoka heaven. We need to talk, understand the person, and decide whether we're going to the come we see, and then courtship. So I completely agree with talking stage, but a healthy talking stage where self-awareness and open communication is allowed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bernard?
Yeah, I think what I would say at every stage of a relationship, never be desperate. If you get into that stage and you feel like, what a privilege, what a favor to be relating to this guy, and you feel like I really would never want to lose him, then it becomes a problem. It should be mutual. I'm here and you're here. We are both here together and we are finding this useful and important to both of us. And I don't feel like you've done me any favor by being in a relationship with me. And I believe the most important thing is to have that self-worth. Yes. Know who you are and understand that nobody will ever come to complete you. Be complete by yourself. This is me, I'm of worth, and therefore, if this person is coming to me, let me feel they are the ones that are privileged. And let them feel I'm the one who is privileged, but not me feeling for so-and-so allowing me to be in a relationship with him. It's such a favor. I don't want to lose him. There's a problem.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you.
Good to know. And if you can add what amount of time we should last in this talking stage, it will be nice. Thanks. Yes, Lydia.
Right, thank you. So I'd love to insist on this or emphasize, define the relationship, no matter, even if it's a talking stage is a stage. And it's a valid stage, right? Define it as a talking stage, and these are the rules or the do's, the don'ts of this stage. These are the boundaries that govern this particular stage, and we are going to work on that. And also determine after this talking stage what is likely to happen, or what do we want to do next. So from the beginning, communicate so that both of you are on the same page. At the same time, this is where now you determine for how long will we be in the talking stage. The two of you know what you want. We may not say it is a week. We can't say it's 2 months or 18 minutes, as somebody said, all right? What works for one relationship may not work for the other. Let the two of you decide how much time you'd love to invest in the talking stage. Maybe it's a month. And then keep a track. Are we growing? What is happening? Keep a record of the needs, that like identify the items, that the levels of compatibility we want to look at. Maybe it is regarding our intimacy, social intimacy. Maybe it's about financial intimacy, as in knowing about how you handle things. Identify that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And our time is up. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lydia. Thank you, Bernard. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you so much, Carol. Thank you, my amazing audience as well. Asanteni sana to my team as well for making this seamless as possible. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Just remember, whatever stage you're on, feelings are real. Protect yourself and communicate clearly. All right? Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Adios.